23. I hope everyone is doing so great out there. Hope life is good. So this is the energy. These same cards keep coming out. So I just left them here. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 10 of Swords. You have somebody here who's feeling really angry, hurt, frustrated. They feel like they're out of options, opportunities, because the 10 of Swords is the worst that it can get. So therefore it's a completion, right? 10s are a completion. So you can't get higher than a 10. So somebody's feeling at the max, betrayed, hurt, because they spent all this money on a practitioner with this Ace of Coins, the 7 of Cups, and then the Magician card in the reverse. They paid, okay, so if this, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love all of your comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. So collective. This is either somebody who spent a whole bunch of money on a practitioner, and this practitioner promised them that you would be down for the count, that you would be ruined. That's A. B, maybe they devoted a lot of time, money, and energy. Maybe they bought a lot of supplies to harm you, and repeatedly bought these supplies for years, but nothing ever happened to you. So somebody's feeling very angry about this. Now, this could also be a situation of maybe somebody sold their soul to try to hurt you. Like they were like, I'll sell my soul if you can just make collective pass away. You can't go back from that. So somebody feels like the cost was very high. So this is monetary cost, personal cost, whatever they spent, whether this was them selling their soul, money, whatever, time, energy. Maybe they lost relationships because they were so focused on you and harming you. Whatever this is, somebody feels like they've lost everything. They've lost so much money, time, energy, just to watch you in the 4 of Stabs. Just to watch you in peaceful harmony. Just to see you win. So somebody here is like, I spent all this time, all this money. I was told this, I was lied to. So there's somebody that feels really angry because they feel like, why are you still breathing, collective? Not only are you breathing, but why are you thriving? Let me pull some more cards. So there's somebody that's, I guess they're watching you in this, angrily watching you in this 4 of Stabs energy. Hey, Johnetta, they're watching you win. They're watching you just, live. And when I say win, that means just living your life, being at peace, being happy. Watching you bask in the moment. This is the vibe it's giving. It's giving, I worked so hard for collective to not have a feast on their table. So let me just picture this. Picture a glass window. As you go to storefronts, there's glass windows you can look in and you can window shop. I feel like there's somebody who's maybe done all of this stuff to you, and then they walk past this glass window and they see a beautiful table set with a feast on the table, with you dressed beautifully, with a feast on the table, and you laughing and cheering and, sitting with friends or family, eating, drinking, and laughing, while they're out there in rags with their nose pressed up against the window, fuming mad. That's the energy that this is giving. Somebody has their face pressed up against the window, watching you feast and live your best life. And whoever this person or these people are, they don't know what to do about this. They don't know what to do. They're feeling so stressed out. They're so full of angst. They don't quite know what to do. Because it's like, I've tried, this is how they're feeling. I've tried everything, and I can't knock collective down. I've tried everything, and somehow they continue to win. So whoever this person is, they're suffering in silence. They're not even telling anybody how they feel. This is internal. See, they're on the low watching you with the Lovers and then the 10 of Coins. They don't want They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know that their face is pressed up against the window watching everything that you do. They don't want you to know. Like, they want it to be on the low that they're doing this. They want it, and something about this air sign again. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius feminine again. Something about a hidden enemy, a hidden hater, maybe not so hidden, but they want it to be. This may or may not be this air sign. This could be you, this could be them, but there's always an air sign showing up as like a hater. It's very strange. Yeah, hating on you and envying you has not gotten them anywhere. You know, collective, I do feel like maybe whoever this person is, they could have been working with your enemies. On the low, they could have been working with your enemies. And they feel like you know, but they're not sure if you know. I feel like whoever this is regrets working with your enemies. They regret betraying you because they know why. I feel like this is a whole different energy, though. I feel like what I talked about in the beginning is different. Something down here is different. Somebody regrets working. So this is something different. Whoever this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius is, they regret working with your enemies because they know that you know. Now they've changed their position and they want to be on your team. Also, your light irritates their demons. But that, you know, everybody knows that kind of, like, I think everybody knows that. So if you're like that person in the office that's always happy, people get mad about that. You know, there's, you know, demonic people, they get mad when other people are happy. That's a sign that they have like a demonic attachment. So if it upsets you if your children are happy, or if you get upset by a child being happy or an adult being happy, then that usually means that there's some sort of demon attached to you, and it's because demons don't like laughter that's coming from a good place. You know, they don't like positive music. They don't like seeing people joyful. They don't like people celebrating. You know, they don't like a happy family. Demons don't like that. They get annoyed. Like, what do they have to be happy about? Why are they happy? If I'm not happy, that's demonic. Those are demons. So whoever this person is, your light irritates them. Because laughter is infectious, right? Have you ever seen people laughing and then you start laughing too? Because it's infectious. Like, it's positive energy is a good thing. It's a good vibration. But when people are having a good time, when kids are laughing and playing, and somebody's kind of like Susan Lawrence, she was a demon, right? She was upset that these children who lived in their neighborhood were just playing. They were laughing. They were playing sports, riding the roller skates and giggling. She was a demon, so she couldn't have that. Couldn't have that at all. So So for some of you, somebody's feeling mad right now because they don't want to spend any more money trying to harm you because nothing ever works. It's like pointless. It's a waste of time. Now, I'm going to give some more stuff is coming out here. Reading specials are $25. I offer same-day readings and a $10 one question, one answer via email only. I also have 2 other channels, Missing in Action Tarot and Jamie Zebra 23 Tarot. If you guys want to go over there, like, share, subscribe, and comment, that'd be super duper lovely. I do have spell work on the second page of my only website, jamiezebra23.com. Okay, so what I was just picking up is that, oh no, I lost it. It was important. Dang it. It was important. Oh, I remember. Okay, so what I was getting, collective, is that there's a person who feels like, maybe somebody hadn't seen you for a while. Like, let's say somebody hadn't seen you for a year or 2 or 6 months or 3 weeks. They were so from the time that they could not see you or it's either they could not see you or they could not have actual information on you. They were going around telling people that you were on the streets, that maybe you were, using substances, that you were an alcoholic, that your spouse left you, that your kids are gone. Like somebody was making up all these whoppers of a story. And then it's like you pop out and you're like, oh guys, it's almost like a YouTuber or TikTok that hasn't posted in a year. And then they pop back up and they're like, hey guys, this is what I was doing. I'm just going to do a photo dump or a video dump. This is what I was doing in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So sorry I hadn't been posting. I was too busy. I just gave birth or I just got married. So remember, they were saying all this stuff about you, collective, about what you were doing in January. But now you posted what you were doing in January. They said all this stuff about what happened to you in February, but you posted what happened in February. This is kind of like, let's say you have a Facebook and everything is private, but for some reason it all goes public accidentally. And there's like dates and times for whatever was going on. So there's no denying that you've been up and you stayed up. But there was like a story going around. So this person's pissed off because everybody knows that they're a liar. They're pissed off because there's no results. They're mad because just, nothing's going right for them. They're just upset. Yeah. All right, guys. JamieZebra23.com to tap for now. Hey, Boss Lady Nichols. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I go live every night from 9 p.m. Central Time Zone to 10:30 p.m. Central Time Zone. Join me, JamieZebra23.com to tap for now. Love you long time.